Hey friends, Andy here. How you doing? Good to see you. Have you ever wanted to be a crypto millionaire? I have. In fact, I've had the goal of being just a millionaire for many years, but then when I discovered crypto, this whole idea, this dream of becoming a crypto millionaire became a dream or a thought or a goal of mine. You know, Lambos, parties, yachts. Just kidding. I don't have any of that. Becoming a crypto millionaire seemed like an incredibly tough goal, requiring lots of hard work, but I decided I wanted to chase that goal. Well, in February of this year, me and my wife became millionaires with a lot of thanks to Bitcoin price movement. And even with the 50% Bitcoin and crypto correction that happened in the summer, crypto really has been the gift that keeps on giving. Because as of this last weekend, we are not just millionaires, but we have officially become crypto millionaires. Our crypto portfolio officially crossed 7 figures into $1 million territory, so thanks crypto, we appreciate it. In fact, let me go ahead and pull up my portfolio here, give the old refresh, and there you go. As of right now, this very moment, as I record this video, our crypto portfolio is $1,325,578. So how does that feel? Well, let me tell you, first off, it is super surreal. It honestly does not feel real. It's a weird thing to look at and to experience and to have achieved. I'm also incredibly aware that with crypto, tomorrow it could be way less than that. So why am I telling you this? Well, I'm excited. How could I not be excited about this? Have you had a big financial win lately? Well, let me know down in the comments so I can give you a virtual click, click. Why am I clicking with my mouth? High five. I'm also telling you this because I've made a ton of stupid, dumb mistakes and decisions over this past 4 years I've been involved and investing in crypto. So I want to share some of those lessons with you so that you don't make the same dumb decisions that I did. Lastly, I'm sharing this because if I can do this, normal dude Andy, well then I think you can do this too. So I want to share my journey and the lessons I've learned along the way. But first, let's all get rich with YouTube likes and smash that like button if you would please. It feels really good to do it. Trust me, give it a try.
Okay.
Do it.
So I first got started in crypto in probably 2014. Now, I'd actually heard about Bitcoin in 2012 or 2013, but I dismissed it completely. 2014, for whatever reason, I bought just a little bit, a couple $100 worth of Bitcoin at the time. And I also attempted to build a Litecoin mining rig. I saw these people making this magic internet money with computer parts and stuff. And so I bought all the parts and I tried setting it up and I had barely any success. So I ended up just like throwing in the towel. I sold all those parts, and then I largely forgot all about crypto until 2017. For whatever reason, crypto came back into my life in 2017. I started getting interested in it and buying a little bit, but then as the end of 2017 rolled around and the crypto bull market of that time went into full swing, I got swept up into the FOMO, the excitement. I wanted to go to the moon. I wanted a rocket ship seat. I wanted to buy my tickets. And obviously, instead of getting fabulously rich during that time, I learned a bunch of hard lessons. I FOMO'd into a bunch of coins that I had no idea what they were. Just people were telling me they were great, so I bought them. And then the moment the price dipped a little bit, I sold them because I was freaking out because my emotions were ruling my every decision. I started to think about mining cryptocurrency again, so I started shopping for hardware, but guess what? All the hardware was super expensive, but I didn't care, bought it anyways. I was just full on syringe full of hype straight into the veins. So after making a bunch of dumb decisions and losing a lot of money, I was kind of at a crossroads. I could either just throw in the towel and give up on crypto like I had in the past, or I could take all those valuable lessons that I had been learning and try to build some kind of strategy and some kind of path forward into the land of magic internet money and crypto. Well, spoiler alert, and given what the title of this video is, you know which one of those I chose. So I essentially cut myself off, I stopped buying, and I just started learning. I started accumulating knowledge, and that knowledge led to conviction. I started being absolutely convinced in the future of Bitcoin and crypto in general. The big lesson here that I learned is you cannot borrow conviction from other people. If you don't have conviction and belief for yourself, well then you're going to fail. You're going to fold the second it gets tough. I was thoroughly convinced that Bitcoin and crypto was the path forward, that this this was a once in a lifetime opportunity, and that sitting on the sidelines of this would basically be like saying, I don't want any part of the internet in the 90s. I felt like it was going to be a digital revolution and I wanted to be a part of it. So that leads me to my second point, which is mindset. My mindset is probably one of my biggest advantages. Now, I'm not like a super intelligent genius person, but I feel like I've used my brain waves to my advantage. For example, at this point, after being 4 years into crypto, having all the experience and time and knowledge of the investments I've made, volatility is not a problem for me anymore. Volatility is one of those things that's super tough for newer investors to get over, but the more time you spend in the market and learning about what you're investing in, the less and less impact it has. In fact, when it comes to volatility and the ups and downs and should I sell or should I buy and all that good stuff, I found that the more time you have in the market, the more knowledge you have about your investments, and having a balanced investing approach, meaning you're not putting so much money into something that it's causing you stress and anxiety. Those are all keys to dealing with and managing all the volatility and the emotions that come with it. Now, there's lots of people who make a lot more money than I do, but what I can do is hodl. If there's one thing I can say about the past 4 years, it is that I have held onto my crypto bags with the best of them. I've learned to have diamond hands or iron hands or strong hands, I don't know. Some kind of hands that hold on to crypto and don't let go. I've learned how to see the long-term vision and be okay with waiting. Patience is an incredibly lucrative tool in your investing tool chest. So if you're able to do all this and survive something like a crypto winter, you can come out the other side of it quite wealthy. In fact, I've made a video about how to get filthy rich during a crypto crash, which you can watch right up there. I highly recommend it. But essentially, one of the greatest things I did was when everybody was panicking, freaking out, crypto bear market selling their bags, I was not selling my bags. I viewed that entire time like a fantastic buying opportunity. Yes, at times it was disappointing and disheartening to keep putting money in and it keep going down. But again, I had a ton of conviction and a very long-term view, and those things together let me keep putting money in and knowing that there was a better end in sight. Essentially, I was taking a calculated risk or a calculated gamble. I viewed Bitcoin and a bunch of other cryptos as very much an asymmetric bet, meaning that for all the money I put in, it could go to zero, but the upside of it was so incredible that if I managed that risk properly, the downside really wasn't that big of a deal to our overall financial stability, but the upside could absolutely change our lives. So now let me talk about what I started with when I started investing and participating in the world of crypto, what some of my initial investments were, what my portfolio mix has been, all that good stuff. So up until recently, the biggest portion of my portfolio has been Bitcoin. I really believe long-term in Bitcoin more than anything else in the crypto space. So that's where I've been putting most of our money. And the way I've done that is largely just been dollar cost averaging with automatic buys. I picked a brokerage I liked, which in my case has been River.com. Set up an automatic beginning of the week purchase every single week like clockwork and just forgot about it. Then anytime we had any extra money, I kind of just dropped that in there too. And so for the past several years, my portfolio mix has looked basically like 80% Bitcoin, maybe 5 or so percent Ethereum, and then the rest was just other speculative coins that I believed had some long-term potential. In fact, let me know down in the comments if you want to see a video on like how I picked the projects I've invested in, or maybe even a full portfolio reveal of what is in my portfolio. Let me know. So lots of dollar cost averaging and buying into Bitcoin and stuff. But as far as where we are now, a lot of it is just growth. It's not actually money put in. In fact, let me show you here my Bitcoin buys. If you're looking at my Bitcoin position, you can see that my actual total cost basis is $96,288. But today's market value of that position is $416,232, which means the profit on that is $344,000, or a 332% increase. Now, I don't want to knock other investment opportunities out there or investing in the good old-fashioned stock market or index funds, but if I had put $100,000 4 years ago into an index fund like an S&P 500 index fund, at this point in the market, I probably have somewhere between like $125,000 to $140,000 in total. Bitcoin and crypto has given me opportunity for asymmetric returns, and I really think it's just getting started. So with that said, am I still bullish on Bitcoin and crypto? Do I still see a bright future? Absolutely. Again, I think it's just getting started. I think in the next year, we're going to see six-figure Bitcoin. I think in the next 5 to 10 years, we're going to see $500,000 to $1 million Bitcoin. Even though it feels like stuff is happening, we are still in the infancy of crypto. Once all the dollars of the world start flowing into this machine, once crypto starts eating away at other market caps and global economies, all the prices are just going to explode. Not only do I think it's the future, but I think there's just a million opportunities with crypto. You can do direct investing. You can run nodes, you can run mining rigs, you can run hotspots, you can earn interest, you can do yield farming. There's a million different ways you can earn and make money with crypto. It's pretty amazing. So I'm really of the mind that if you don't get on board now, eventually you're going to be forced on board. At some point, crypto payments and financial systems, everything will just be the way the world works. So why not join now and be a part of the growth? So all this sounds great, but Andy, yes, Andy, can you do this too? Well, I honestly believe that if I can figure some of this stuff out, and then believe me, I do not have most of this stuff figured out. If I can figure out some of this and make some money with this whole thing, then yes, you can too. Even if it's just dead simple dollar cost average, regular investing into Bitcoin and or Ethereum or something, and just letting it ride. I really believe that over the long term, you are going to win. But really, I'm not any smarter than you. I haven't figured out some mystery of the universe, or have I? No, I haven't. You can do this. Just be smart and don't give in to your emotions. Don't succumb to FOMO. Take your time and learn about things. Ease your way into it. Find that balance of staying within your comfort zone, but also pushing yourself a little bit to see what's out there. So what's next? Am I going to sell all this crypto and fill my bank account up with cash, money, US dollars? No way, Jose. There are lots of positions that I will sell at some point. I have everything very meticulously mapped out when I will exit certain positions, but for the most part, I think this cycle is just warming up. Now, I know there's going to be a few people in the comments talking all about how these are unrealized gains. It's just money made on paper. It's not real. And I realize that they're unrealized. However, it's still a portfolio of actual assets. I have a plan in place, and at some point, hopefully, I will realize some of these. However, I'm really not sure that certain things like my core Bitcoin position ever need to be sold. With all the products and services and things coming online, these could be cash flow assets forever without me actually having to sell them. Some of the other positions in my portfolio can do the heavy work of actually giving me money in my pocket. So let's get to the bottom line of this video. Shall we? I believe crypto is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I think crypto is going to make a bunch of brand new millionaires. And I think if you choose to deny crypto or sit this one out, you'll be watching all this success from the sidelines. What I'm not saying is go make crazy risks and do things you don't understand. I'm just saying go out there and do your research and be open to what this new exciting technology and world has to offer. And if the idea of becoming a crypto millionaire is something that is one of your goals or dreams, well, let me tell you, if I can do this, there is a chance you can do this too. Aside from Bitcoin, if you want to see one of my absolute best crypto plays that I think still has a ton of potential, then watch this video right here. Also, where are you at with crypto? Are you invested? Are you sitting on the sidelines? Are you thinking about it? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.